Okay, thank you very much for having me. Let's go straight to what we have for today. Well, you should be familiar with this face. We're going to talk about him, and the next person we will be adding to talk about is, you know, check her face. You know her. And of course, when we now do a combination of the two, you know exactly where we are going. Now, Tega, this big brother housemate, ex brother housemate, had been evicted. And you remember there were some talks regarding her relationship in her activities during her stay in the big brother house, and um, there are quite a lot of things that she did, which were we feel as a Nigerian, and not just a Nigerian, but somebody who is well brought up, who has a family, should who has a marriage, who not that she was divorced before she got into the house and everything. Should be doing. She was found kissing another man. She was found. The guy was sucking her nipples, I guess, and quite a number of things happened in the house which she wasn't supposed. She expectedly supposed to do as a married woman, but now that she's evicted, she now has to come home because she didn't see anything wrong. Probably didn't see anything wrong, and probably she probably had been expecting that she was going to win the money. And I don't know, if you were going to win the money, were you going to come and be boss over your husband or whatever? But now you have been messed up, and we're going to looking at a number of things now. Tega'S husband has come out with a video, and in the video he
Hello, my viewers. A very good.
explains um, a number of things which I would want us to look at. When we look at the video, when we finish watching the video, I will now drop my opinions, and of course, you would also drop your opinions. As for me, let me lay a foundation. I don't blame Tega. She's not to be blamed. No woman is to be blamed for such. This kind of arrangement. Don't blame the woman. You will see the person I will blame. I blame the man. I blame. You see, this boy, who should be under tutelage, who should have gone through proper training. Maybe he went through the normal training and wasn't trained for marriage, before going into marriage. And so he is the one that I'm going to blame. I blame him. But let's hear what he has to say in this
Hello, my
particular.
viewers. A very good evening. This is eVideos Television. This is Tega'S husband. He
Here
is
today,
heartbroken
Ed Nuts
and
interviews him.
ashamed of the entire act played by Tega in Big Brother's house. He said he couldn't even go out of his house because of the shame it has brought upon him.
Okay, so a quick one here. How long have you guys been married, you and Tega?
Yeah, basically we've been married for 4 years now.
Oh, 4 years. Oh, okay. So I'm not going to take much of your time. So I'm going to ask the questions like real quick. Um, she said you guys planned everything that happened in the house. That you
Well,
guys planned it. Don't lie, please. Everybody's listening to you right now. Just tell us the truth. We can see it in your eyes if you lie.
I'm going to be honest. Before she left into the Big Brother house, she said something about she was going to do everything, but she was not going to have sex. So I
Yeah.
was like, I don't understand. What do you mean by I'm going to do everything? What's the definition of everything? Come on, we are in Nigeria. If you go inside there and act very funny, vote you out, and they'll judge you. So if you're going there, represent us as a married woman. That's what I told her, which she agreed with me. So I really don't understand what I was seeing on the TV. I was broken when I saw that. I was really, really broken because I know where I'm coming from. We are very, very responsible. Tega herself is a very good girl, but I wonder why she just went there and just did what she did. I can't explain it.
Mm. So has she's out of the Big Brother house now? Have you gotten a call from her? Have you guys spoken over the phone?
No, 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 I've not seen
You have
her.
not spoken to her since yesterday.
No, I've not. She has not seen me, and I've not called her, and she has not called me.
Wow. So how? Okay. So now, yeah, when it happened, I know that obviously you'll be feeling down and all that. But right now, how do you feel? Like right now today, because she don't come off her house, all those things which she don't do for inside Big Brother don't pass now. So how do you feel right now? How do you feel?
I I feel broken. I feel that my ego has been tempered with. I feel so sad and terrible. I won't lie. I can't even leave my house because a lot of stories on the streets, like I'm broken. Basically, I'm broken. I'm down. I won't lie.
Hmm. But so far, yeah, since you guys have been married, how has her behavior been? Has she always been like this? Like, is she like? How has her behavior been? Has she ever
Since
showed any sign of this before ever?
Tega has been a very, very good girl.
Hmm.
Let's maybe forget this side of her. Like she has been a very good girl. Very, very good girl. Like I am surprised. When I saw it, what came over, I was like, I'm gonna be my wife with this. It's like I said they clone her and another person, maybe Tega with this.
Hmm.
But that is not my wife. I've never seen this side of Tega. Tega is a God-fearing woman. She has never for one day disobeyed me or even tried to, man, for like this is a different Tega I'm seeing.
Hmm.
I'm really shocked. I'm down. I'm broken. I want that Tega I used to know back, not the Tega in Big Brother.
Okay, well, that's it. Let's get to business very quickly. Now, the Yorubas have a saying, "One neka koko le ele Yorolo no katoka fa bofadi." You know, um, there have been incidences of very good ladies, even Christians, well, beautiful Christians, people who are committed, and they just something just happened, and even some of them just pregnant. What happened? So there's this brother who pretended to be born again, and then he invites her, or she goes to do evangelism, and she resists initially, and then somehow he gets to touch her, and then they get down, and here she is with a pregnancy. Who do you blame? Now, I'm blaming Tega'S husband. That's because the woman, and this goes out to you outside there, women, apart from the fact that I'm dealing with men now, I'll still talk to the women. You should also learn. You should also learn. The woman is described as a weak vessel. And all this feminism and all this gender equality that people, run around with, I don't believe in all those stuffs, because we have a book of law. We have the Bible there who stipulates one the head, the other one the body is the carrier. Now you can now begin to break that down. The woman was not made from a raw material like the man was made. The woman was made from a finished product that makes her more refined and fine. And so somebody says, why? How possible is it for a woman to do so many things at the same time? That's the way they were wired. And so you see a woman, she's on the phone talking to her friend, and she's cooking stew, and she's looking at her. She's checking the husband in the sitting room, and talking to the child at the same time. Don't touch that. Don't do this. And yet, the stew she's cooking or the food she's cooking will not get burnt. They are wired that way. But then the man, he's wired. He has this one way, all this multitasking and all that. Yes, because we have to be trained to do that. We have to get into training to do that, because we are not wired that way. We are wiring is so focused. When we are focused on something, we are focused. That's the way man is wired. But then man also has the ability to do so many things also, without missing out on anyone. Adam and Eve. Eve was the person who the devil came to. The devil did not go to Adam, because Eve is, or worse, a weaker vessel. Look at what she said when she got to Adam. Not that, I don't want to believe that Adam had not told her about a tree in the middle of the garden where God has commanded that they should not eat. And so she comes, the devil comes and says, can't you see it? It's beautiful. And so women like beautiful things. What their eyes can see, what their ears hear, tickles them. And so a woman might not look beautiful, and so you tell her she's beautiful. That gets into her head, and she's like, wow, she melts off. So the devil went to Eve, not to Adam, because Adam will be more rugged. They will argue and argue and argue. But you see that the woman now coming to meet the man, saying that, look, and like I said earlier on, don't believe that Adam had not told Eve about the tree before, that God said they should not drink. But the woman now came back to meet the man and said, can't you see? I mean, this fruit looks very good. And so the conversation ensued, and then he got to eat the fruit. And when God came, God did not go and meet the woman, even though she was punished at the end of the day. He first of all went to look for the man. He said, where are you? And Adam said, I was afraid. I'm naked, and that's why I'm hiding, and so on and so forth. Have you eaten of the tree? He said, the woman that you gave to me, that you put here, gave the fruit to me, and I did eat. Women are weak vessels. I have heard the story of a married woman, just like this young man described his wife. He said she was a good woman. I mean, very good woman. That was the way he described her. And so you find out that there were no cases of whether she had done something. In fact, he is the one that even the school said that he had even cheated on her before, not the reverse. And so people began to insinuate maybe she's trying to pay back, but I don't think so. It's just her makeup. Not this saying of incontaba foncino ferine fonjade. Yes, it's what you blow into it. Now, the woman as a weak vessel has a tendency to be broken. She can be broken if you know her wiring. Just like you can detonate a bomb, the moment you know where to remove the wire. When you know where to remove the wire of women, you can detone them. You can detone them. She is a weak vessel. Don't push her into temptation. That's where I blame you. That's where I blame you. That's why I blame you seriously. How do you tell me that you agree with your wife to go for such a program? Whatever. How do you agree with such a thing? Anyway, you didn't know. You didn't know. I don't know if you have a second chance anyway, but then you didn't know. If you knew, and I know a lot of guys making same mistakes outside there, making lots of mistakes and doing the same thing. Oh, I trust my wife so much and I do that. Oh yes, who does not trust his wife or trust her wife? But you don't make the mistake of pushing her. He says, lead us not into temptation. Don't push us to that point where we find it difficult to resist it. And that's why the Bible talks about you resisting the devil. You should flee. The Bible says you should flee all youthful lust. You should flee. In other words, don't get too close. Don't not get in, and now you are not trying to fight it. Oh, you're already enclosed in the same room with the opposite sex, somebody you have a flair for, and then you now say, the blood of Jesus. You're trying to cast out the devil inside the room together. Oh, well, you shouldn't do that. He pushed her outside. Now, outside there, the devil, moving around like a roaring lion, looking for whom to devour, is outside there, entering another man to take her up, tell her things that are sweet, probably sweeter than the things that you have been telling her. You need to get this thing straight. And I believe that so many marriages are messed up today because these beautiful, wonderful women are being pushed outside. We watch some movies. I watched the movie lately. This woman, very wonderful, doing very well at home. Only for the husband to say, well, I'm well educated. I think you should get some more education. And so he sent her back to school. She was dressing properly when she got to school. Only for a group of friends who were also female, well, they were already gone off track. They were the ones that said, why would you be dressing like this? She said, no, I mean, I'm married. And, after a few convictions, they were able to convince her why she should be. Why would you be dressing like this? Only for her to, one day she was going out and she was dressing half naked. And I think she almost got that marriage broken, because before you knew it, these girls began to take her out for doing wrongs or whatever they call it. So, you see why I don't blame Tega. She only played who she is. There are only a few women, and it will take a very special grace for them not to fall. It's not only women that have tricks to catch guys. Even guys have tricks. Have guys who have slept with married women, slept with a lot of married women who started off being, very good. But because the husband says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why would I hold you back from your dreams? Why would I stop you? Why would you expose her? You exposed her. You exposed her. Don't expose them. They are weak vessels. You can't put a toilet roll, a tissue paper in the moist outside and expect to meet it the same way you put it there. No. By the time you'll be picking it up, it's already in pieces. So, man, you need to be careful. The responsibility you have goes a very long way. You are supposed to take care of the woman, and don't expose her. You don't keep a goat. You don't keep a goat with a lion. There are lots of lions outside there who don't mind putting their manhood into anything. They have no regards for whether you have a wedding ring on or not. They will pursue you. I've had so many stories. I once had the story of a woman, Christian, beautiful believer, flew from Lagos to Benin, and on the flight, a guy was sitting beside her, and that one just got talking to her. He slept with her when they got to Benin. And so when she got back, I think they got down about twice on that side, and when they got back to Lagos, they saw again, and it happened again. And so one day, when they were watching a Christian movie, she and her husband at home were watching a Christian movie, and something similar happened, and the husband said, no, this cannot happen in my home. And of course, now, conscience, she jacks like, hey. Eventually, she had to confess, but things will never be the same again. Could never be the same again, because one you can't. A woman cannot come and tell her husband, look, I'm sorry, why you traveled or why you went out. Mr. So came and we got down, and so please forgive me. Well, we are said to forgive ourselves. But when you forgive, will you really find it easy to forget? That is it for my brother. It's a lesson for you, and it's a lesson for every other guy outside there. You did not have to do that. Such an agreement was not necessary. Don't allow to go. You see, the best of women that you see outside there who are still married and okay, they are the ones who are not exposed. And that's why you see that a child is doing fine while she's still with her parents, and the moment she gets to the university, if not taken care of, we get exposed and man say, oh really? So this is the way things are. So this work. You just start exposure. The devil takes advantage of it. So don't let the devil take advantage of your agreements. Hey, as I close, let me talk to Auntie. Madam weaker vessel. Well, When they say, come and go and put your hand inside fire, you too took your hand, you went to put it inside. He said, come and go and do. You have watched this program before. You know what they do there. It simply means that you already have been nursing it. That someday you will have the opportunity to have somebody who is not your husband sleep with you. That's it. You'll have somebody who is not your husband touch you erotically, and that's what you see happening. And this advice goes to all our women. You don't want to fall, don't be exposed. You are exposed, you are at the mercy of God. That's if you allow him. You get exposed by whoever. Don't allow your husband to push you. No, he could be pushing you because of the money. He could be pushing you because of the fame. He might not even have the Spirit of God in him. Don't get pushed. Always note that you are a weaker vessel. That is who you are. That is who you are. I know you have strong personalities. You have strength. You have power. You have power. You can do so many things. But I beg you, don't allow anybody to push you. You remain a weaker vessel. Your strength is in that you are protected and guided. Well, thank you very much for watching. This is Still Serious Matters on Olive TV. And of course, you'll be getting more videos from us. Share this with others and let people learn. Thank you.